Okay, so we've got HiPlot loaded up here with a 5-dimensional loss landscape data set. So let's start here on the left in the firstmost dimension. These are different experiments, so these will be different deep convolutional neural networks being evaluated for their loss. And then they differ in mainly the resolution of the grid which we evaluate them on, a grid where each unique point of the grid is a different weight vector, okay? And they also can differ in the dimension here of their skip connection, whether or not they have it in the architecture. Okay, and so each of these will be evaluated for its loss. The lower the loss, the better it does at the task. The higher the loss, the worse. Okay, so the last three dimensions here are inherently spatial, and this is not a good way to view them. So what we want to do is add the ability to view them with graphs. And so we would click graphs here, and we're going to have several options. And we want to retain all of these really cool features that already come with HiPlot. Like you've seen me already slice the data. We can zoom in and keep. We can exclude some data. And in case you thought you broke something, feel free to restore. So let's assume let's zoom in on this one experiment. You can see the grid here. What we would do is we'd click graph, and for this specific combination of spatial and loss dimensions, we would want to view a 3D surface plot. And so you'd click it here in the drop down that isn't shown, and you would get a blank plot to begin with until you set the dimensions. Okay, so you'd set the x as the x, you would set the y as the y, and set the z as the z. And then immediately you would see something way more human digestible that would look like this. Okay, it's the exact same data, just in a better format. And then ideally what would happen is you would be able to change some of these dimensions and see the effects in real time as this graph updates.